Shalom Mishpaka, or Shalom family. Mishpaka meaning family in Hebrew. Brother Yasin coming to you once again with another message. Glory be to Yahuwah. Hallelujah. Glad to come before you once again with another lesson. Today we're going to be continuing our lesson. This is part 3 of Dietary Law Study Continued, Leviticus 11. And today we're going to be looking at gut health and the mind and gut connection. Gut health and the mind and gut connection. As promised in one of our first or second video here at Journey to the Kingdom Ministry, we're going to talk about the Bible. We're going to talk about ancient history, not so ancient history, current history. We're going to talk about current events. We're going to talk about a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Facts, reality, medical, if you will. And that's kind of what we're looking at today. Gut health, the mind and gut connection relative to the Levitical diet and why it's important. We're going to take a look at today medicine and our science, although I don't like to use that word. We're going to look at what they have to say about gut health, the diet, the human diet. What do they suggest? And we're gonna compare that to Yahuwah's law, Yahuwah's Levitical dietary law, which was written thousands of years ago. And we're gonna look and say what the so-say professionals say today. So just a small disclaimer, we won't be, as I've basically elaborated, we won't be coming straight from the Bible on everything today. Although this is a continuation of the Leviticus diet study. So we are continuing to elaborate on the Levitical diet study, which we did by biblical reference about 2 videos ago. So if you hadn't seen it, go back and catch up. This is a series, like I mentioned before. It's going to be multiple videos, multiple days, weeks, or whatever, maybe even a month covering this. I don't know, but shouldn't be a month, but hey, we'll take however long it takes. We're on a journey, right? So yeah, this is part 3. And once again, today we're looking at the dietary law, continued study, Leviticus 11, gut health, and the mind and gut connection. Some of you may know where I'm going already. But anyway, here we go. So, Levitical law, and looking at it from a worldly or manly perspective, gut health, the mind and gut connection. We got 2 main topics we're going to cover here today. The first part, or the first topic, is the gut in reference to immune health. The gut in reference to immune health. The gut in reference to your immune system. So that should get everybody's attention, because I don't know about you, but most of us, for definite fact, I don't like to be sick. I don't like to be down and out. I don't like to be performing at 20, 30, 40%, 50%. I do not like to be not performing at all, took total out commission. However, it's a part of life. We all get sick sometime. Some sicknesses can be avoided, some can't. Most we bring on ourselves. That's why we here studying the Levitical diet. That's why we referencing gut health and the immune system in the Levitical diet. So there are a lot, as mentioned before, and as most of you know, there are a lot of illnesses that have plagued and do currently plague the Hebrew community, not just the Hebrew community, but the human community as a whole, period, especially here in the West. When I say West, I mean Western Hemisphere, Western half of the world, which encompasses basically Britain, United States, Canada, you get it, North, South America. So yeah, especially when it comes to the West and our diet, which is very, very poor for the most of us. Not all of us, but for the most of us. So this is just like everything else at Journey to the Kingdom. It's a journey. It's another step on the journey. And it's all about helping to wake up Yahuwah's people, Yahuwah's chosen people, the apple of his eye, helping them to get right, helping them to live, because Yahuwah wants his children to live. Yahuwah don't want to lose not a one of his children, whether it's in this natural life or in the spiritual everlasting life or eternity. He doesn't want to lose not a one of us. So that's part of our mission here, to get these messages out and make it known and educate and uplift Yahuwah's people, so that they may have life and have it more abundantly, so that they may avoid trouble, pain, chaos, sickness, death, and disease. So getting back on point, gut health in reference to the immune system. Some of you may know this already, but the human gut, intestines, we're not talking about the stomach, we're talking about the intestinal system itself. It basically encompasses, so to speak, 70% of the immune system. 70%. And as I was saying just a minute ago, I think most of us don't like being sick, you know, and most of us want to live healthy. Most of us want to enjoy our days. We don't want to spend more days sick or hurt or ill in any type of form with anything. I don't care if it's common cold, a virus, a chronic illness, acute illness. Most of us don't want that. We don't want that smoke. So, you know, I think this is something that ears should go up and eyes should be open to hear and see and study and learn and be interested in. If you don't already see the value in the Levitical diet, maybe this lesson here today will help you to see it. Maybe and perhaps this lesson here today will help you to see it. I'm coming to you August 27th, 2025. This video may get posted today or tomorrow, but at the time I'm coming to you, there are a couple of things in the headlines that affect our food or food supply, or should I say things that are not food according to Yahuwah. And I'll try to get into that in a minute and bring it up. But back to the immune system and gut health. The gut makes up 70% of the immune system. And what we need to understand is what we intake, our intake, has an effect on that. Our intake has an effect on, kind of as I mentioned before, you are what you eat. It has an effect on the absorption of the things that we eat, the absorption of our diet, whether it be plants, meats, these so-say food, highly processed, highly preserved, highly chemicalized, yes, chemicalized foods that we eat. And I would even say weaponized foods that we eat, because they're not for your benefit. They're not here to give you life and life more abundant. They're here to give you sickness and sickness more abundant. And I'm not just talking and repeating what the masses have said or what others have said. I speak from experience. And in the next video or in future videos concerning this same subject, I'll give you more details. I'll give you more evidence and more proof, because the fact is, Brother Yasin actually worked in the food industry for a brief moment, in the chemical part of the food industry. Yes, I said it. Chemical part of the food industry. Mixing vats of chemicals to go in your foods that got distributed to many of your leading food producers, so say food packaging processors, distributors of food, so say food, distributors of packaged products to consume here in America, and in bulk. That's basically what I did whenever I was there. However, I got to see and witness the whole entire process. I get into that in the next video or in future videos with you, but it's not just a cliche. I'm not just telling you something that I've heard and rinse, wash, and repeat. No, I'm telling you what I've experienced. I'm telling you what I witnessed with my own eyes. I'm telling you what I was even a part of. And I truly believe that Yahuwah did not put me in that situation for my own benefit. Yes, it was for my own benefit, and it was for my eyes to see and for these things to be revealed to me, but it was also so that I can do what I am doing right now, so that I could distribute it to Yahuwah's people. I could tell it to Yahuwah's people. I could be an alarm. I could sound the trumpet. I could help inform Yahuwah's people of what really goes on and what's really in your highly processed packaged foods on the shelf in the store. So anyway, back on point again. Yes, we need to understand whenever we go to the store, supermarket, fast food restaurant, whatever, and we purchase these foods, highly processed, highly high preservatives, this, that, and the other, chemical laden. These chemicals go in our body, they go in our stomach. We experience some absorption in the beginning of breaking it down to where it can be absorbed into our bodies. And the process continues as it goes into and travels through our intestinal system. So what we need to know and understand about, and I'm no doctor per se, and from a worldly standard, I'm no doctor, I'm no biologist, I'm no chemist, but there are all types of, as we know, good bacteria, bad bacteria in our intestinal system, in our stomach, so to speak. And there's a balance. There's a balance to all of this stuff. And these things have an effect on the rest of our body. They have an effect on the other organs in our body. They have an effect on our immune system, the microbial makeup in our body, in our intestine and our immune system. So when you introduce a lot of foreign chemicals, man-made chemicals, or synthetic chemicals that come by way of food processed packaged by man and are chemically enhanced flavors, chemically enhanced preservation, chemically enhanced appearance, these things have a negative effect on gut health. Therefore, thereby, automatically, by default, if they have a negative effect on your gut health, it's going to have a negative effect on your immune system, which is 70% based or 70% influenced through the intestinal tract. Think about that. 70% of your defenses to keep you from getting sick are based in your intestines. And as we consume the garbage that they have on the shelf in the store with these exorbitant shelf lives, okay? And as we go to the drive-through, and you pop up on one side and tell them what you want, and you pop up on the other side, and in a minute or 2 or 5, you got your meal, and you boogie on down the road. We just taking this stuff in. These things are all chemically enhanced. From what I witnessed personally in the food industry, these chemicals offset, throw off, upset, disturb our intestinal system. Well, you might say, well, Brother Yasin, I eat it from time to time. I eat it all the time. I eat it every day. I don't see where it throws me off. Well, get off of it a little while and try it. Get off of it a little while and see, or get off of it a little while and go back and try it. When I say a little while, I mean a couple of weeks or a couple of months. Really, we need to get off of it altogether permanently. But if you want to test what I'm telling you, get off of it a couple of weeks. Food, when I say food, it's all encompassing, drinks as well. I don't need to get on the adult beverages. I don't need, and I'm not telling you not to indulge in adult beverages. You do as you wish. The sodas, all of this chemically enhanced. All of these chemically additives. You got scientists that's their job to do. Chemists, that's their job to do. Perfect flavoring, perfect shelf life, perfect image. That's all they do. Chemists, food chemists, that's all they do. I worked with some, that's all they do. I was hired by one or some, that's all they do. Okay? So we got to understand that you are what you eat. What you put inside of you has an effect on everything. It don't just go in and come out. Going at the top and come out at the bottom. No, some of it sticks with you. Some of it sticks with you, and it has short-term and long-term effect. This is why he gave us a diet to keep. This is why in Leviticus and furthermore in the beginning, like we've covered multiple times here in Genesis. And I'll read it right quick. Genesis chapter 1, verse 29. And Yahuwah said, see, I have given you every herb that yields seed, which is on the face of the earth, and every tree whose fruit also yields seed. To you it shall be for food. He didn't stop there. He went a little further. He addressed the beasts of the earth, the animals. Verse 30. Also, comma, to every beast of the earth, comma, to every bird of the air, comma, and to everything that creeps on the earth, comma, in which there is life. I have given every green herb for food. And it was so. So just as we have been teaching here at Journey to the Kingdom in previous messages, he gave us seed-bearing herb for food, seed-bearing fruit for food, not just for human and humankind, but for animals as well. I'll let you in on a little secret in case you didn't know. Those seed-bearing herb, those seed-bearing fruit, they're not just for food. They're not just your food. Come close. Tell you a secret. Don't tell nobody. They're your medicine too. Hey, let's not keep it a secret. The industry wants to keep it a secret. I don't want to keep it a secret. Y'all don't want to keep it a secret. Don't want to keep it a secret from me. He put it in here. Okay? I'm here to give you the message as well and reinforce what he said. Reiterate what he said to you. What he said to us in this book, in the pages of this book, in the pages of Genesis, in the pages of Leviticus. It's your medicine as well. It keeps you from getting sick. These seed-bearing herb and these seed-bearing plant, okay, seed-bearing fruit, are loaded, and I mean loaded, with vitamins and nutrients. The same vitamins and nutrients if you get sick or if your immune system need a boost. If you go to the doctor in the medical complex, probably gonna put you on them anyway. These are the same vitamins packed in these greens and beans and such and fruits and all of this. Same vitamins that a few years ago, during that big virus, so say, toward the end, then they were putting people on what? Vitamin C, vitamin K, vitamin elemental P, QSTRZ, all 26 alphabet. There's putting up people on vitamin IV. They were putting people on vitamin infusion, if you will. The coronavirus been around since the 1950s and 60s. It's nothing new. Most people who had a normal and healthy and strong immune system were either not affected at all or lightly affected by this. It's the same thing with any other disease and or virus. Most time, for the most part, if your immune system is in check, it's strong, it's bolstered, it'll fight this stuff off. If your immune system is up to snuff, it'll fight this stuff off. If your immune system has been nurtured, it'll fight this stuff off. However, to the contrast and contrary, if your immune system, which 70% of lies in your gut, if your gut is tore up, doesn't matter what the illness is, if you have been eating these chemical laden foods, foods of mankind, not Yah's food, he told us what his food was. Seed-bearing herb, seed-bearing fruit. If you've been eating these packaged on the shelf, chemical laden creations of man, and you haven't been nurturing your immune system with natural herbs, plants, vegetables, fruit, your immune system is going to be taxed when the simplest, most minute, common bug come along. It can be a common cold. You're going to have a worse fight with a common cold than you would have if your immune system was bolstered beforehand. It's as though we have to keep our immune system ready. We have to keep our immune system ready for an attack from any illness. That's the whole point. That's the point why Yah put it in the food and the plants here on earth. When he put us here in the garden, when he put Adam and Eve in the garden, he gave them everything they needed. Your food is your medicine. Your food was your medicine. I'm not talking about that bagged and canned stuff on the shelf in the store. The food that Yahuwah gave us and told us to follow in his dietary law is the foods that keep us healthy and keep us from becoming ill or shorten our illnesses if we were to become ill. Of course, there's all type of chronic illness, meaning long-term and or per se, maybe even with you for life. These same seed-bearing plant and seed-bearing herb and seed-bearing fruit were made for that as well. I know it seems too simple to be true. I know it seems too good to be true. I know I seem crazy. That's fine. I'm cool with that. It's in the book. And we got further literature to back this up. Since Brother Yasin seemed crazy, I don't have degrees. I don't have manly degrees, worldly degrees. Hint, hint, I don't have worldly degrees backed by man. I don't have worldly degrees backed by Caesar. take that back. I do have a degree, but that's neither here nor there. And it's totally irrelevant to the medical field. It's nothing in the medical field, but I do have a worldly degree, but that doesn't make me or break me. But I don't have worldly degrees in the medical field, but I do have literature here today for you. It's since you need to hear it from the medical field. Since you need to hear it from, some of you need to hear it from medical professionals. Some of you need to hear it from science. Just like about 4 or 5 years ago, some of you were told to trust the science, and you trusted the science. See how well that went for some. Trust the science. So I got some scientists and some MDs and PhDs and elemental Ps and MP3s and ABCDs. I got people with alphabets after their name. Literature from them, backing up what I just told you. From prestigious universities, backing up what I just told you. I got people in here with more degrees than a thermometer and a compass put together behind their name, backing up what I just told you. So these folk with all these degrees, more degrees than a compass and a thermometer put together, maybe you'll listen to them. Maybe not Brother Yasin, but you'll listen to them. Yeah, I got you. Got you covered. Matter of fact, let's get right into it. This is from UCLA Health. Fair use educational purposes. It's on the web for all to see. This is not the only source online. You can use any source you want. You can hunt, find, and fish this all you want and verify what I'm telling you if you're not already familiar with it. UCLA Health. If you want to boost your immune system, look to the gut. If you want to boost your immunity, look to the gut. Once again, UCLA Health. UCLA Health. I'm gonna read a little bit of this to you. Not all of it, but some of it. 70% of the immune system is located in the gut, where diverse bacteria is best. Not just Brother Yasin, UCLA said it too. Continuing right along. You likely know that what you eat can affect your weight and energy level throughout the day, but you might not realize the extent to which your diet affects the immune system. What affects the immune system? Your diet. Your diet. Your diet. Now, contrary to Western belief, contrary to Western tradition and language and our verbiage, vernacular, if I'm using the right term, diet is not something specific. It's not specifically something that we do to lose weight. Diet is what you eat. That's what a diet is. Thus the Levitical diet. Diet is what you eat. Now some of us do get on a certain diet to lose weight. We do get on a certain diet to get healthier or for whatever reason or whatever case may be. There are diets that do different things, are supposed to do different things. But the word diet in general is just in reference to what you eat. So right here is saying you might not realize the extent to which your diet affects the immune system. It's saying you might not understand to the extent how much what you eat affects your immune system. Once again, Brother Yasin told you, you are what you eat. Reading right along. 70% of the immune system is located in the gut, says David Heber. Look, he got alphabets behind his name, unlike Yasin. MD, PhD. That's what MD, PhD, David Heber says. 70% of the immune system is located in the gut. David Heber, MD, PhD, Professor Emeritus of Medicine at UCLA Health. Professor Emeritus. Here we go with all them Greek titles and stuff. I ain't gonna go there today. We'll go there in the future. Same folk that beat down Hamashiach. Hint, hint. Professor Emeritus of Medicine at UCLA Health. He goes on to say, nutrition is a key modulator of immune function. Dr. Heber says nutrition is a key modulator of immune function. Immune cells in the gut interact with the microbiome. Here we go talking about microbes, all of this stuff that I kind of mentioned before, atoms, molecular structures. The same stuff Brother Yasin told you a week and a half ago or more. The diverse array of bacteria and fungi that live in the gastrointestinal tract and are directly influenced by an individual's diet and lifestyle. The food, so not just what you eat. Are you active? Do you move? Or do you sit and work at a desk all day? Do you sit and watch Sanford and Son all day? Do you sit and watch Jeopardy all day? Do you sit and watch As the World Turns, All My Children, and all these things? I'm telling you my age now. I don't even know if this stuff's still on the air. You know, As the World Turns, Days of Our Lives, you know, them folk. Do you move, or are you just stagnant? That's what he's referring to with lifestyle. So your diet and your lifestyle. Does your job require you to be sitting all day, every day? Are you a big truck driver? Do you sit still all day? Are you a heavy equipment machinery operator and you sit in that equipment all day? That's what he's referring to. The foods that we eat affect diversity and composition of bacteria in the gut, which in turn affect immune cells. Those gut bugs are healthiest and support strong immunity when their hosts, that is us, consume plant foods that are high in fiber. Doc says these gut bugs are healthiest and support strong immunity when their hosts, our bodies, consume plant foods that are high in fiber. Huh? What y'all said he put here for us 2,000 plus years ago in Genesis? Seed-bearing plants, seed-bearing herb, seed-bearing fruit. Plants. Oh, we don't want to listen to Yah. We don't want to listen to the Old Testament. It's done away with. Is it really? Oh, this is the year 2025. We don't do the Old Testament no more. Oh, you don't? That's why you're sick. Oh, you don't? That's why you're sick with acute and chronic illnesses. Oh, you don't? All right. Don't listen to Yah. Don't listen to the Old Testament. Don't listen to the covenant. It's your choice. But Dr. Heber here, he got a lot of alphabets behind his name, and he got more degrees than a compass. So listen to him maybe. That's what you want anyway. The microbiome and the immune system are critically intertwined, says Jonathan Jacobs, MD, PhD, elemental P, QX, YRZ. He got plenty of alphabets. I'm sure you're going to listen to him. Professor of Digestive Diseases at David Geffen School of Medicine in UCLA. What's present in the gut determines what education immune cells get. What's in your stomach determines how your immune cells get trained, how your immune cells get ready for war, for combat, when the old disease come creeping in, when it crosses the lines, when it comes across enemy lines, when it infiltrates your body. That's what he's telling you. That's what he's telling you. Train your gut for war. Train your gut for sickness, illness, disease that it may encounter, that you, your body, your host may encounter. Okay? That's what he's saying. The typical dietary diversity and microbial diversity go together, Dr. Jacob says. The typical Western diet that's here in the U.S. primarily, the typical Western diet, which is high in animal proteins, sugar, and processed foods and saturated fats. Processed foods, there we go. Results in a less diverse gut bacteria and promotes inflammation, chronic disorders, he says. So he's saying that our Western diet, which is high in animal proteins, that in excess may cause gout, I would think, in excess. Sugar, which is in almost in everything we eat, especially these processed foods. Processed foods, which is chemical laden, like I've been explaining to you. And I'm going to explain that more in the future. I'm going to show you some stuff make your head spin. Processed foods and saturated fats results in a less diverse gut bacteria and promotes inflammation and chronic disorders. Again, I don't have all these degrees like a compass like they do, but from what I understand, most illnesses are brought on by inflammation. A lot of our chronic illnesses are brought on by inflammation. Arthritis itself is a problem child of inflammation. You want to be walking around here like Fred Sanford or not walking at all? Or you want to tell that inflammation to get on? Eat right. Change up your diet. Y'all gave you a plan. Y'all gave you a dietary law. Y'all gave you a law on how to eat. Help yourself to get well. Help yourself to get better. Come on, man. We can do better than this. And chronic disorders. Chronic means stuff that's long-term. Chronic means stuff that, by the doctor's standard, can't be gotten rid of, can't be removed. And it's with you for life or it's with you long-term. Most of these things they tell you are with you for life or with you long-term. A lot of these things can be reversed. Dietary law. Levitical diet. Plants, herbs. Seed-bearing plant, seed-bearing herbs. Put the chemical foods down. A fiber-rich diet, on the other hand, supports microbiome and reduces inflammatory response. Reduces inflammatory response. Oh, it's a lot of good information in here. I'm not going to go on through all of it. I'm going to hit some high points and I'm going to let you be. I'm going to let you go and research this for yourself. Gut health, 70% of the immune system is in the gut. This is a UCLA article from the web. Fair use, educational purposes. I'm trying to help educate you. Now I gave it to you, now you go help educate yourself. Go look it up for yourself, if you didn't know it already. Obesity affects the immune system directly, he says. Low-grade inflammation, obesity stimulates is an immune system response. Maintaining a healthy weight through plant-based diets boosts the microbiomes in the immune system. Here are the strategies the doctor recommended. Eat plenty of plants. We've never heard that before. Genesis chapter 1, verse 29. Doc, with his degrees, is telling you to eat plenty of plants. We've never heard that before. The law been done away with. The Old Testament done. You want to stay sick, fool? Well, keep following what you've been told that is done away with, and we ain't got to do that no more. We don't have to keep the law no more. We don't have to keep the dietary law. All food is good. The pig is good. I eat the whole hog. I eat the hog and the whole hog. Keep on. Keep on. The swine is divine. Keep on. The swine is divine. You keep on with your line. That's fine. That's on you. Don't listen to Brother Yasin. Don't listen to Yahuwah. Maybe you'll listen to Dr. Degrees. Eat plenty of plants. Dr. Heber recommends 7 servings a day of colorful fruits and vegetables. Genesis 29. From a health standpoint, plant-based eating is what you need to do, he says. That's what the doctor says. That's what the doctor orders. Who you prefer to follow, Dr. Heber or Dr. Yahuwah? He ain't telling you nothing Dr. Yahuwah hadn't told you already. He ain't telling you nothing Dr. Heber, with more degrees than a compass and a thermometer, added up together, that Brother Yasin hadn't told you already. And Brother Yasin got it from Yahuwah, our Father, who created you, who created me, who created all the animals and all the plants. He knows what's best for you to eat. Eat good fats. Healthy fats support immune function. He suggests cooking with olive oil, avocado oil, or canola oil. He also adds avocado slices in salads in lieu of dressing, and uses olive oil spray bottle when cooking. Good fats such as these should be comprise 20 to 40% of daily caloric intake, he says. So he says, put some avocado slices in your salad in lieu of dressing. All these chemical-laden salad dressings and ranch and French and Italian and Thousand Island and all these things, he's telling you put some avocado slices in there. Wow, avocado slices, not a plant-bearing fruit. Not a seed-bearing fruit, excuse me. Avocado, big old seed up in the middle of there, right? He's telling you to eat a seed-bearing fruit, a seed-bearing herb, a seed-bearing plant, a seed-bearing. Wow, we've never heard that before. In Genesis 29 we have. Oh, that's done away with. And that's why so many of us Hebrews walking around here sicker than a dog. Sicker than a dog. Some of us got oxygen tanks on like we about to go scuba diving. Got oxygen tanks on like we about to go to the moon. When out there in a natural environment, there's 14 pounds per square inch of natural air pressure. But you need force more on top of that 14 psi force in you. It's called atmospheric pressure. I learned that dabbling in the oil field. I learned that dabbling with cars and racing and performance. It's 14 psi of air in there. 14 pounds per square inch of air. And some of you walking around here, young as can be, with an oxygen tank pushing air inside of you. You can't take 4 or 5 steps without it. That oxygen tank like American Express for some of you Hebrews. You don't leave home without it. But you're gonna pull up at Popeyes though. You're gonna pull up Burger King though. You're gonna get that quadruple, triple, whipple, whopper. And that whopper is doing a whopper on you. And you won't let it go. Eat wild-caught fish. Wild-caught fish are healthier than farm-raised varieties. Eat protein at every meal. Use natural spices and herbs in food preparation. Natural spices and herbs in food preparation. Genesis 29. Oh, Dr. Heber, he's so smart. He's so smart. He's telling us something that's never been revealed to us before. He's so smart. He's telling us something that we didn't know. Genesis chapter 29. I know somebody who's way smarter than Dr. Heber. I'm not taking God bless. Y'all bless Dr. Heber. I know somebody way smarter than him. Yah himself. And he told us that. He told us everything Dr. Heber said. Maybe you'll listen now. Since the man telling you. Maybe you'll listen now. Didn't listen to it from Yah? It's in your book. Get it off the coffee table. You get it out the closet. It's in your book. Read it for yourself. I know what happened to you, though. I know what happened to you. I see what happened to you. What happened to you is what happened to me. Your pastor told you it's done away with. Your pastor told you it didn't matter, huh? I know. Yeah, I know. You got God. I know. A lot of us, millions upon millions of us, got with that little riddle. Okay? But the truth is here. And you shall know the truth. And the truth shall set you free from diseases, from illness, from the wheelchair, from the hospital, from the grave, from the oxygen tank. It'll set you free. The truth is, stop eating the bull. Eat what Yah told you to eat. You'll be free from all of that. That's all I got for you is truth. And if I lied to you, it's by mistake. And I'm sorry. Genesis chapter 29, Leviticus 11. Oh, it runs in the family. I'm sorry to tell you, most of us, the illnesses that we deal with in our family, in our lineage, so to speak, it has nothing to do with the lineage. It has nothing to do with the bloodline. The illnesses that run in a lot of our families, especially in the Hebrew community, the illnesses that run in there, the only illness is ignorance. Ignorance is a lack of knowledge. We have a lack of knowledge because we don't open the book. That's been done away with. You ain't got to keep the law. You ain't got to eat that. You can eat what you want. Shrimp, crab, lobster, pig, goat, whatever. Armadillo, spider, lizard, rat. They tell you can eat what you want. That's why you're sick. That's why you're sick. That's why we're sick. That's why we're dying. That's why we're losing organ function. That's why we're losing limbs and getting amputations. Nobody wants that. Nobody deserves that. But I tell you what, according to Yahuwah, if you don't keep his commandments, you deserve it. You deserve it. He told you what to do. You're not keeping his commandments. That's not my law. It's his. But you think it's been done away with. What's been done away with is truth. That the law ain't been done away with. And through that truth being done away with, your health is done away with. Your mobility is being done away with. Your limbs are being done away with. Your organs are being done away with. The list goes on and on and on and on and on. Gotta stop this foolishness, man. I'm tired of seeing it. I'm tired of going through it the little bit that I've experienced. I'm tired of seeing it happen all around. Strangers, friends, family. I'm tired of seeing it. Moving right along. Second part. Again. Part 3, Levitical diet and the connection between gut health and immunity, between the connection between your gut and your mind. What is the mind? It's not your brain. Brain is the physical thing in there. The mind is your ability to make decisions, your ability to make sound judgment calls, your ability to go beyond the surface, if you will, your ability to have some cognizance and make sound, wise decisions. And I'm telling you that this down here is connected to that up there. It's connected to your ability to do these things and more. And more. It's connected. There's a direct connection. Well, Brother Yasin, how you come up with that? Stick around. We'll get into it a little bit. Some of you may understand and know this already. Some of you may see where I'm going with this. Once that gut health is compromised, your cognitive reasoning is compromised. Well, you might say, well, Brother Yasin, I made good decisions. I invested $2 yesterday and I made 20 million off it today. Good, I'm happy for you. You made a great decision. You can make better decisions though. Get on the right diet and get your gut in check. And this is connected. In regards to what kind of decisions we talking about. It could be a decision to invest $2 a day that'll turn into 2 million tomorrow. It can be a decision to I'm not going to that party because it don't feel right. And then it ended up getting sprayed over there. That's what I'm talking about. That's the connection I'm talking about. The connection between your gut and your mind, your cognizance. Or even, if you will, to a certain extent, maybe your spirit man. Y'all told us not to eat that crap for a reason, because it throws that off. That's connected. That's connected. You don't think so? Have you ever heard of, or have you ever had a gut feeling? Oh man, something told me not to go over there. I knew something bad was gonna happen. I knew it. I'm glad I didn't go. I just had a gut feeling. Well, what you think that is? What you think that is? When you have that gut feeling to do or to not do a particular thing, and then it proves to be fruitful if you did do it and it told you to do it, or it proves to be saving you or still fruitful if it told you not to do it and you didn't do it. That's the connection. That's the connection. That's why we need to keep all these chemicals out of our gut. Well, Brother Yasin, my gut always on point. Good, I'm happy for you. And I eat all that stuff. Yeah, I'm not so happy about that part. Stop eating that stuff, and you think your gut on point, you think your gut feeling on point, you think your intuition is on point. Stop eating the crap and watch. See what happened then. See if it don't increase. See if your cognizance don't increase. See if your consciousness doesn't increase. See if your understanding doesn't increase. See if your eyes don't open in ways that they've never opened before. These, yeah, but that's not necessarily what I'm talking about. See if your mind's eye doesn't open and expand. That is the caliber of operation Yahuwah created us to be in and to function in. But when the powers that be know that this is connected to this, and they come and they play and they spray over everything you eat every day, they know they're clouding your judgment. They know they're making it just that much harder for you to see the truth, for you to see reality, for you to see life and the world for what it really is. That's where they want to keep you. Didn't I say it many videos ago? Dumb, down, docile. That's where they want to keep you. They want to keep you in a state of slumber. They want to keep you, as in the hot rod world, the car world, they want to keep you from hitting on all 8 cylinders. They want you to operate on 1 or 2 rather than 8. You operate on 8, then you're gonna leave them. They don't need that. They need you on that job so they can keep their pockets fat. They need you on that. They need you on that line so you can keep making them big bonuses, so that you can keep their stocks tripling. They need you in the matrix. Yeah, I went there. It's the truth. So it's a system, and they're all in cahoots. And one of the easiest ways to control is through what you eat. That's why he gave us a diet. That's why he wants us to be cognizant of what we eat. He wants us to be in control of our own destiny with respect to him and his commandments. He don't want you enslaved to a system, or this group of people enslaved to that group of people, or the working class enslaved to the 1%. That is not of Yah. That is not natural order. It's not how it's supposed to be. Whole nother subject. I'm not going to go too deep on it. There's a connection between that and that. Why do you think when you're faced with a scary situation, like the old phrase go, oh man, that scared the heck out of me. I almost beep in my pants. I almost pissed on myself. I almost on my pants. Oh man, I'm gonna have to go change my underwear. Because what you saw or heard or experienced was processed mentally, and it shook you. And part of that shaking was the connection to here. That shaking either actually did cause a bowel movement, or you felt that it probably could have a time or two in your life. That's where the phrase comes, it scared the out of me. That's where it comes from. The connection between the two. You ever had to go deal with a nerve-wracking situation? Go before a board? Go on a job interview? Go meet your future father-in-law, mother-in-law, either way it go, and you're a little nervous? Got in trouble with your parents? Brought home that bad report card? And you feel it in your gut. Oh man, I'm in trouble. Oh man, I don't even want to eat. During my little time in the military, a deployment came on the horizon. A deployment came on the horizon for Brother Yasin. And as that deployment crested its ugly head on the horizon, I lost my appetite. Just thinking and knowing that I'm about to go and deal with the unknown. Just thinking and knowing that I may go somewhere and potentially never come back. Just thinking and knowing I may be here today and gone in a month or two. It was enough to make my gut say, hey, we don't want no food. Do you see the connection? Have you experienced any of these things? Ladies, you met that man, that boy. Men, you met that girl, that woman. You started to develop feelings for them. You fell in love. Next thing you know, you ain't eating, you ain't sleeping. What the heck you think that is? That connection. That connection. This caused you not to desire food. Works both ways. I don't want food. I only want him, her. I'm not hungry. I only desire to be near them and with them or talk to them. There's a connection. Yah gave us a diet to keep that connection clean, to keep that connection pure, to keep that connection heightened, working on 100% or near 100% at all times, so that we could make sound decisions, sound judgment calls. We can make things that will be, we can make decisions and live a life that will be beneficial to us and those around us and those connected to us. Whether it was long-term, years in the future, whether it was short-term, days, weeks, or minute in the future, or if it was in the very moment, in the heat of the moment, in the heat of battle. He connected these two so we could make good decisions, strong decisions, well-informed and well-navigated decisions. He connected those two. Just like this gut health affects 70% of your immune system, that gut health secret message affects majority of your mental capacity. Dr. Heber said it. Oh, let me go back. I had Dr. Heber just for the health benefits, but he said something about mental health or something to that effect in here. I can't find it right now, and I'm not going to hold you up, but he said something to the effect of it having a positive effect on your mental ability or your mental capacity. Oh, he said something about your mental focus. That was his wording. I don't see it right now, and I'm not going to keep hunting. Dr. Heber, or the other gentleman, the other doctor, said that eating these plant-based foods have a positive effect on or help keep you mentally focused. Family, mishpaka. That was today's message, part 3 of the Levitical diet. And today we covered gut health and the immune system, and we covered the gut-mind connection. I hope it helped you. I hope you stuck around to the end. I hope you benefited from it here and now and in the future. We will continue this study, Leviticus 11, dietary law. I got a lot more information to come. More than likely, next video, we're going to talk about the food system and the chemicals in it. I hope you come around for that one, because it's some stuff you need to know that's going to make your head spin. Until then, shalom.